a free Canadian, free to speak without fear, free to stand for what I think right, free to oppose what I believe wrong, free to worship God in my own way, free to choose those who shall govern my country. This heritage of freedom I pledge to uphold for myself and for all of humankind. Thank you.
He's reinstilled my faith in Canada, and it's a faith which I've lost.
He has a lot of unique messages out there, but I find he focuses on the economic perspective.
He just seems like a real, well-rounded man who's very honest and wants for the people.
I'm just hoping that you will follow through if elected, because we've been waiting for 2 years to hear something like this.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto. Well, folks, I'm at the rally in Don Valley. It's Pierre Poilievre. He's dropped by Toronto as part of his cross-country tour, and he just wrapped up speaking. He touched on many subjects: fiscal responsibility, energy independence for Canada, striking out against wokeism and censorship. And he got several standing ovations from people right now in a lineup to meet him. And actually, some people are here to buy Conservative memberships. Now, we were told by his handlers he is not taking any questions today. He has to leave right away to Hamilton. So we're just going to speak to some of the folks that sat through the speech and see what they have to say about the man who wants to be our next Prime Minister.
Dictatorships with no environmental standards whatsoever are filling their pockets with money that should be used for paychecks for Canadian workers. And when we get the gatekeepers out of the way, those workers will have those paychecks.
What struck you the most about what he had to say today?
I liked everything he had to say. I'm just hoping that you will follow through if elected, because we've been waiting for 2 years to hear something like this.
Freedom. It's all about the freedom.
Freedom for Canadians. Freedom for Canada. I mean, I've been here 30 years and I've never seen the country where it's at now.
I'm always interested in what Pierre Poilievre is out there to say. He has a lot of unique messages out there, but I find he focuses on the economic perspective when there is the left out dimension of the social aspect of what we're about to face.
Having a leader who actually stands for the people and gives people the democracy rights and power as well. We work together as a team, not just, we had a lot of problems with Justin Trudeau in the past with, taking those rights away from the people and people having power to actually have democracy. So that's something that really spoke to me. And also the inflation that's going on, that's a big thing for me as well.
Many things, actually, but what I do believe now is he's reinstilled my faith in Canada, and it's a faith which I've lost. But regards Rebel News, I appreciate your guys' effort too and your honesty on a lot of subjects of which many governments are not truthful or they hide.
When I go to work every morning, I see people smoking drugs on the transit, and I go through numerous delays because someone's going through some kind of crisis, and we see encampments in our parks and safe injection sites where they ought not to be, and I just wonder what his plan is versus the Liberal plan and their progressive policies that aren't exactly serving our communities.
I liked what he had to say. Like I said, it resonated with me, but I'm just wondering, is this going to happen? Is it going to come true? Is he going to be able to deliver all these things that he said? I like the idea of bringing, the oils back here, the jobs back here for Canadians. There's a lot of things that he said that I really liked. Now we just got to wait and then see what happens.
So if a bureaucrat sees you say something that they think might lead to a political outcome that's not good for them, they could put you in jail for that. Forget it! That is an attack on our freedom. We live in the free country here. We have the right to decide what we see and say. A Poilievre government will repeal the anti-free speech laws and allow Canadians to think for themselves.
Do you trust the mainstream media to give Pierre Poilievre a fair shake?
No, I don't. No, so I appreciate your efforts in that regards. Yeah.
In fact, there was a story in the Star today quoting anonymously, of course, a senior Conservative official who was concerned about Mr. Poilievre delivering juvenile political theater. Did you see anything today that was juvenile?
If anything, I'm not theatrical at all, and I was motivated by his speech. I think he's honest. I think he's an actual honest representation of himself. And I'm going to vote for him, and I'm actually going to push my peers and friends to at least consider voting for him. I hope he gets in. Matter of fact, I'm going to go buy a membership right now for myself and my wife.
Wow, there you go. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes and no. 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 Because I feel like a lot of the mainstream media is funded by, liberals and, those follies and stuff like that. So.
And they're just repressing us, and we need to stand up against them, and we need to demand our freedom. It's ours, and they can't take it.
Did you see anything that was juvenile political theater today?
Absolutely not. I thought he did a great job. He gave a great speech. He touched on a lot of subjects that everybody's been wanting to hear, like the things that we are all concerned. Every single Canadian citizen should be concerned about. These are the things that are important to all of us.
No, he's pretty honest, I have to say.
Yeah.
Like, he just seems like a real, well-rounded man who's very honest and wants for the people.
Is that what you witnessed today, juvenile political theater?
Not at all. I saw Pierre uniting people, bringing people together. And you can see, well, the CBC is not going to give him a fair shake. And neither are the other media that's been paid for by Trudeau. They're bought and paid for. They're bought and paid for, and they're not going to support the guy that's going to bring unity to our country.
Yeah, he had quite a line when he said, I just found $1 billion, defund the CBC. I thought the roof was going to blow off the the conference area.
Oh, and I just found another $1 billion. We're going to defund the CBC.
Certainly, he is saying so many right things, but are you worried, ma'am, at all that we saw the same thing with Aaron O'Toole? He said he was a true blue conservative. Once he became leader, he turned into a red Tory. Do you think Pierre is indeed coming as advertised?
Yes, I feel like he's very educated, and I feel like he made his, well-rounded standing in Parliament over time, even with the pandemic, even before that. I feel like he stays true to his character and true to the people and what he says. He follows through for what we've seen. I watch a lot of him in Parliament as well, the House of Commons, and I feel like he's a little stronger than Aaron O'Toole in that stance.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to check out all of Rebel News' coverage from the Conservative leadership race, you can check out a special website that we created called leadershipreports.ca. Thanks again for watching, guys.